What up, my peeps, my nerds? Oh, Lara Croft, you hold a certain special place in my heart and in, the ponytail, tube top. You are the things dreams and fantasies are made of. Oh, if you know, you know. Oh, but I digress. Going down a whole different path again. If you know, you know. You've been just a staple since those early 90s, and you continue to push forward to this day, and again, up here. But anyways, you know, the games have been milestones for many years, right? From the original series to the new trilogy that came out a few years ago. You know, we've had our movies with Angelina Jolie. We had the attempted reboot that came out a few years ago with, her name escapes me, she is gorge, and I can't think of her name. Alicia, starts with a V. But anyways, Netflix dropped the Lara Croft Tomb Raider anime series, which I was really pumped for. Binged that over the weekend, and here are my thoughts on it. I mean, it's going to be spoilerific, so if you haven't seen it, dip out. Overall, enjoyed it. The series picks up pretty much right after the new reboot, right after Shadow of the Tomb Raider. So it is in continuity and basically bridges that reboot series to the original games. So it fills in the gap as far as where Lara Croft is as a character, her progression, and as the Tomb Raider, right? Many pluses to this show. Let's go over it first. So a little quick synopsis is Lara, again, it picks up after that. She is caught up in typical Lara fashion. This one revolves around a new organization. You know, she's took down the Trinity. Now she's revolved around the light. Nothing to do with Young Justice or that light. But a gentleman by the name of Charles Devereaux. He's collecting 4 stones, not the Infinity Stones. Chill out, Thanos. He's not stepping on your game. And an attempt to gain this power. So as he's attempting to create these stones, which gives him control over people and all these different power sets, it's taken her on these, you know, missions that we're used to. She also has these side missions throughout the show, again, that we're used to. One of them is where she's trying to help a village find these missing children, which becomes a more supernatural quest than what is expected. We also have some little Easter eggs at one point that gives a little shout out to Dragon Ball, which is cool. But yeah, the story aspect is really cool. You know, she's on this mission to stop these stones from being brought together, and Charles getting these powers because it's going to impend doom upon the world, right? That's the way Lara works. Like anytime these things are coming together, the world's going to shit. So along that, she's using her father's diary as a guide to kind of help her through these. You know, it's what we're used to, right? She's putting the pieces together, as we know. We've got her team, which consists of Jonah from the games. We've got this dude named Zip, who I was kind of digging, but was kind of a little over the top and annoying at times. He was kind of a guy in the chair, which was all right at times, but other times it was just, again, a little too much. Wasn't feeling him. He was there for more of the comedic aspect. Just, again, could get a little bit much. But Jonah was kind of the balance there until he wasn't. Like, he got taken out of the equation sometimes. But, you know, overall, the action was there. Haley Atwell killed it as Lara. Like, the voice acting was impeccable. Like, she would make a great live action version of her, honestly. I still think she's within the capacity right now to play a great Lara Croft. And even if they don't want to do a live action, put her on the new games, man. Her voice acting on here was just on point. Like she had all the right mannerisms, all the right quips, like just the tone. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And as for Laura herself, really like the designs that we went with. They scaled back a lot of what we knew about Laura. Like she wasn't over the top voluptuous, which we knew from previous game, the old school games, right? They pulled that back in the newer games, and that's kind of the model they stuck with, which makes sense, right? You don't need those tickle bitties in order to keep the the vibe and the sensuality and the attractiveness of the character. The character's attractiveness is just how badass she is, and that never goes away. She's fucking just killing it throughout the whole game. The series, which feels like it's just a long cutscene, right? But it's part of that adventure, and it carries on, and that's what I enjoyed about it. It just felt like it was carrying on from what we're used to. Now, with that said, it didn't elevate the games or the experience more at the same time, which I feel kind of was a bit of a downfall. They could have taken the storyline, the character up a little bit more with this property. Another downside was the animation. So Powerhouse Animation was the studio behind the show, and they're behind like Masters of the Universe. They did Castlevania, Blood of Zeus, top tier animation. Here they felt more muted. It wasn't as detailed. It was just very lazy animation, if I'm being honest. Some cool scenes here and there, but for the most part, not what I was expecting from them. So I'm kind of like bummed that they didn't really put their all into it. So those are really my biggest downsides from it. Otherwise, a very enjoyable show. Again, the cast kills it throughout the whole thing. Haley really just carries the whole show. It was entertaining. I had everything that you wanted in it. Just a lot of fun, a lot of action, a lot of adventure. Had a lot of Easter eggs. It's basically a long game. Just playing the puzzles, even some cool Easter eggs. The alligators, in the water, down to the very end when she finally gets her twin pistols that she refused to accept. That's kind of the bridge and that point to take us to the next phase of her life into the next games. She fights fucking T Rex. That's what we want. We want the T Rex. We all want the T Rex. That's what we knew from the original games. Um, yeah, I all in all, I enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm gonna give it about a 3.5 out of 5 because it's again, I think they could have been with the property and wanting to revitalize it on the live side of things. They could have done a little bit better with the animation. And they could have just taken the story a little bit more. Now it does end on a cliffhanger, and really shows that they're going to, opens it up for a second season, which I'm sure they're going to. A lot of the animes on Netflix have been carrying on to another season. So I highly doubt it's not going to get a second season. I'm going to watch it no matter what. Again, it was fun. It was entertaining. It's what I wanted. It didn't bore me. I'm on board. Let me know what you thought about it down below. Like, follow, share, subscribe, and appreciate you.